Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first episode of Pop Spot Presents. I am your host, Andre C. Right over here is AWS, and joining us here is a special guest, the first man to join us here on Pop Spot Presents. It's Kaze. Hello, my friend.
Woo! First guest. Well, I'm honored, boys. Thank you so much for having me here today.
So great to have you here, sir.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, like, there couldn't be a better person than Kaze to have on as our first guest, because I've been friends with you for a long time. You've been friends with Adam for a couple of years now. It's like, it's a good friend. We could get him on.
Especially Poppy Award-winning CWE Wrestler of the Year, Kaze.
Oh, I was unaware of this. Oh, holy smokes!
You were busy on tour.
Yeah, you were on a tour. It's all right.
Boys, it has been a whirlwind. I apologize. Everything is a blur these days. I have to apologize about that. It's been go, go, go.
Oh, I understand that. I understand that. Again, it gets busy when you're a busy dude like you are, like doing so much.
Yeah,
you just finished a tour. You're starting a tour. I was going to say you're starting a tour right away, right?
Right. Oh, one's coming up February 14th as I'm back, but I'll be in Strathmore on the 30th of Friday, January for Real Canadian Wrestling. And then I might be doing some stuff for Monday Night Raw coming up in Toronto. We'll see.
I also heard that you're going to be in the Pure Power Rumble on the 7th as well.
That was just announced. Absolutely. Yes. In Lethbridge. Rock and roll.
Very cool.
Lots going on.
Lots going on in the life of Kaze.
So, let's start. Like, you've been a wrestler. When did you start? Like, I know, was it like early 2000s, right?
Yes, 2004, May 23rd or 22nd was the date. I lied about my age. I wasn't trained properly. I was straight out of the backyard and lied, said I was trained, and took a Greyhound bus up to Edmonton. Monster Pro Wrestling had a Camp War show. It was like a free show for the trainees. And I worked my first match against Shane O'Ryan, and then I worked a Battle Royal. And I hadn't even graduated high school or got my diploma. I was 17. You had to be 18. Like I said, lied about my age. And I'm lucky I didn't get, the tar beat out of me and have my leg broken. But that was my first matches from that point. Yes, sir.
So straight out of the backyard. So what was your backyard federation? Like, come on, everybody.
Oh, yeah. CMF Wrestling, Crazy Mofo Wrestling. That's where the moniker comes from. It has deep roots.
Thing started.
That's right, boys. It was I did it from 1999 to 2004, from age 12 to 17. You can basically watch my whole life on VHS videotapes as I grow up in the backyard. We started with like no people, and then we got like 173 people packed in my backyard, and wrestled at my McCoy High School gym several times in front of like over 600 people. So it was a golden childhood. I have no complaints, and God bless my mother for putting up with it, and my father for building the trample ring. We called it the trampoline wrestling ring.
Nice.
That's where I learned all the high flying stuff, and practice makes perfect. I was on that thing every day, practicing and trying and doing new things. So
yeah, that's awesome.
The humble beginnings.
Mine was not as cool. Mine was just MWF, Morinville Wrestling Federation.
Morinville Wrestling Federation. I love it.
We just wrestled at the park, and we just were slamming each other into the sand and everything. And
awesome.
That's how we did it. We didn't.
Did you record it? I gotta see these MWF tapes.
Yes, I'm very curious.
I think my buddy might have some video that I might privately show some friends.
Well, you let me in on the little chat when that happens. I want to see some footage, man.
Some of that.
It won't be good.
I got some highlight reels on YouTube. I'll send you guys. Yeah, I think you've seen them maybe before of CMF Wrestling, but it's fun. I would put up against a lot of indie-rific stuff you see today, to be honest with you. But the thing about backyard wrestling, man, it's like it says a lot when you can want to take matters into your own hands and do it. That shows me there's a lot of passion and love, and you want to do it. There's no time to waste. You want to put matters in your own hands. So I respect that. Anyone that goes down that road, there's something to be said about it, and it brings out a lot of creativity as well.
Yeah, it shows a lot of fire when you start doing it in the backyard. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, you did the backyard. What was the wrestling intake at that time? What were you watching? What was making you fall in love with wrestling to get wanting to do it in your backyard at the age of 12?
Well, I'd say like the Monday Night Wars. It was a peak red hot time, 1999. That was the first real big influence. Was just WWF. I was a huge WWF fan. To be honest, and I regret this now, but I wouldn't give WCW the time of day. I was like pro WWF. But I'm a huge like historian, and I love studying tape. And I regret not watching WCW because it was fantastic in its own right as well. But I was pro WWF for sure. Mm-hmm. And then ECW came along, and I was blown away seeing Rob Van Dam for the first time. I wanted to be just like him. And those were the two major influences with WWF and ECW, and we kind of put that style into CMF wrestling. And then I started finding out about Japanese wrestling and Lucha Libre, predominantly Japanese wrestling. I was a huge fan of like Jushin Thunder Liger, Ultimo Dragon, Great Sasuke, Hayabusa. Just getting my hands on videos on the internet, watching these guys. And then I fell into Ring of Honor and Combat Zone Wrestling as well. Those are some influences as well.
I remember just the like it was like early 2000s trying to watch Ring of Honor at the time was such a pain in the butt because you either had to order their DVDs online or as the internet grew over like 2002 through 2005 you could go like if you were willing to risk it LimeWire.
Right. If you were willing to risk your computer's health.
Yeah, exactly. Good all those viruses, absolutely. I was the same way, man. I used to, for Christmas every year, my dad, God bless him, he'd just ask, what do you want for Christmas? And I'd get like RF Video's address and Smart Mark Video's address for CZW and Ring of Honor DVDs and VHSs. And then there was a sweet website called Golden Boy Tapes. I don't know if you remember them or not. They did all kinds of compilations of Japanese wrestling and stuff. So I would get like the best of the British Bulldogs, the best of Dynamite Kid, the best of Tiger Mask and Liger. Yes. So every Christmas I'd just ask for these VHS tapes, and God bless my dad, he'd get them, and I'd get them on under the tree. I'd get all these cool tapes and DVDs, and yeah.
I can imagine what that would cost, like just to be ordering all those videos.
Right?
Like, it'd be crazy.
What a time! It was a different time back then. Like even breaking in, you had to still deliver a VHS tape via the mail to like get noticed and get booked. You know, the internet hadn't blown up yet, so it was a different time.
Yeah, because you can kind of just, if you have a good match, you can just put it online and send a link to a promoter, be like, hey, this is me, book me, right? Now it's like, you just have to like send it through the mail. You
have to send it through the mail. You have to go through the international mail lottery and hope that it gets there.
Hope. And this bulky VHS tape and hope they even watch it. Like it's crazy. It's so much easier now. So much easier.
Yeah.
Social media is a godsend, but also a bit of a. It's got its positives and negatives, but I try and just use it for the positives for sure.
Yeah.
So after the CMF, you end up working for Monster Pro. Like you said, you started Monster Pro. So like, how long were you there?
I was there from 2004 until 2008, and then we had our differences, and I finally parted ways. And then I ended up in Prairie Wrestling Alliance shortly after that. Thank you.
Yeah, PWA.
Yeah.
That's where I met you, and I know there's a picture somewhere on my Facebook. I took a picture with you at the casino, and you're in a Spider-Man mask after the show.
Oh, I remember. I still have that mask.
But you're wearing your CMF hat. So it's you, but it's in a Spider-Man mask. It's not your regular. It wasn't your mask you were wearing at the time.
That's right, because I used to wear a hood. I used to wear a wrestling mask for my first 5 years, and I used to bring that Spider-Man mask as a rib. And I just wear it to go to the bathroom if I had to mingle with the people in the crowd. But I just pop the boys with wearing a Spider-Man mask. And that mask still sits in my gear bag to this day. I'll have to dust it off now. You reminded me that it's still there, but it's still in my bag.
There you go. You have to bust it out at a show soon enough. You have to
Please send me that picture. I want to see that picture now that you talk about that.
I'll find it on Facebook and send it to you.
Please do.
It's when I had hair, too. That's the messed up part.
I really want to see this now.
Any picture with Andre.
It's like receding back, and this is like 2009, 2010, 2010 maybe.
And
And
a picture with
I was-
Andre with hair is like rarer than a hen's tooth at this
I was,
rate.
I was only like 22, 23, and the hair, you can already see the hairline receding like crazy.
Wow, dude. I got to see this. That's awesome. That's
I'll
awesome.
send it to you. I'll definitely send it.
Please do.
I might put it in the comments of the video too, just so the fans can go and look at the comments. It's just see it in the comments. There you go.
I think that's a nice little icing on the cake for this podcast. Dude.
That
That's
would be
great.
a fun little thing. Yeah.
So,
So
wait, go ahead.
yeah, so you were after 2008, you went straight into the Pro Wrestling Alliance. Did you bounce around any of the other feds at the time? Like
I did, absolutely. Like Real Canadian Wrestling, I was working for them.
I think that's where I met you the first time, like 2013, 2014, RCW.
Okay.
I think
Nice.
this is at the point where you had the two red mohawks.
The double hawk.
This is the first time. It was like the first show I went to, first indie wrestling show. You were on the card.
Cool, man.
It was super
I
cool.
didn't realize that. That's amazing. If you got any pictures, I'd love to see that as well, man.
I don't know if I have any pictures from that long ago, but I'll look. I'll look in the files. Yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, you were bouncing between PWA, RCW. Any others?
There was PZW, Power Zone Wrestling on a Lethbridge.
Yeah, I know that one.
And there's also just other ones that opened up and closed that aren't even here anymore. But yeah, I was wrestling in the United States a little bit. So I was doing some stuff out that way. CWE was starting to open up, was doing little things for them by like 2012. But yeah, I was getting around for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where I came into the kamikaze lore was in PWA, and again, I remember you teaming up. Disappeared into the ether. A man named Eclipse, and he disappeared into the ether. At least Eclipse did, anyways.
Oh yes, good old Eclipse. What a great tag team partner, Eclipse. God bless him.
I think he met a vampire and something happened to him.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I don't know. I heard maybe he got bit, and I don't know.
Never
but
been the same since.
Right, he has not been the same since. No, that's you're right though. What a great human being, Eclipse. I miss him. The brothers in flight. Great times. We had a great time as a tag team. It was a cool gimmick for both of us. Just these two masked guys. And it was a good time. I had a blast. Some really good memories and a true good friend, Eclipse, the vampire man now.
Shout outs to Eclipse.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah, that was some I remember you. I remember watching you and Evan Adams way back in the late 2000, early 2010s. Just it was he was one of my favorite people to watch you wrestle against because he had a very similar in a way he flew around like you did. So it complemented each other so well. And I remember seeing him. I actually last time I saw him was the Clandestine show, but I ended up seeing him actually in Montreal once. In Montreal in 2016, and it was
he's been wandering around. He's been out east a lot, and then I see him in BC here and there, and he's really gotten the deathmatch bug. I noticed he's really liking that stuff lately. But Carrot, Evan Adams, really good friend. He helped me out a lot, actually. He got me a really good job in Calgary for a while at Big Rock Brewery. He worked there as well, and I owe him a lot. And we were roommates too. He's a good guy, man. I miss him. He's a good guy and a good wrestler.
I loved him when he was because he debuted with his little triangles on the bottom of his pants, and everybody started chanting "Carrot" at him.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember that.
It just became his gimmick. It was great.
Yeah. All the boys would call him Carrot. That's right, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, you worked around a lot of places for a bunch of years there, and then kind of disappeared. It was around 2016. Kind of just went away for a long while.
Man.
You don't have to tell us exactly why, but what were you doing in the meantime?
In the meantime, what
happened in that world in those years before 2023?
Well, to be honest, there was a lot of heavy things. I got no issues talking about it. I was dating Maris Billington, Dynamite Kid's daughter, and I had a WWE tryout, and things went really well. But on the last day, I never got to wrestle in front of them. These two guys got in a fight, and they just cut the tryout short. So it was kind of I slipped through the cracks in a lot of ways, and just got the no from WWE. And then shortly after, just because the road life's hard, man, trying to balance a relationship and everything else, it was difficult. We ended up breaking up, and it was just, I loved it with all my heart, and it's just very devastating. And I kind of gave up on myself, man. And just with the no from WWE, and then with the lady issues, and yeah, man, I don't regret it. Everything happens for a reason. But during that time when I was away, when I was trying to be a civilian, I like to say, I did numerous things. I worked at Big Rock Brewery. I was a security guard. I worked at a paint shop. I was just trying to live like a normal life and catch up on lost time on things that I missed out on because I was so tunnel vision with wrestling. And then I was in home care, and that was probably the most fulfilling job I'd ever done next to professional wrestling.
I'll say, like, I've dealt with home care with stuff within my family, and then somebody in my life that currently is dealing with a lot of home care. And like the people that do that, it absolute angels, man. Like, just
I didn't know. Like, I moved back to Medicine Hat, my hometown, in 2020, and I didn't know what I was going to do. But I remember just praying to God and being like, I had this mindset: I want to help people. I want to give back. And ask and you shall receive. God answered my prayers. And Jerry Berg was his name. He had MS. He couldn't walk. He basically had limited arm motion, but he needed like wheelchairs and motorized chairs and railings and stuff that were in the ceiling. You had to like put him on hoists and wheel him around and stuff. He was my next door neighbor. He lived across the street from me, and he was looking for help. And it just fell right into my lap. And like I said, ask and you shall receive. And God answered my prayers, man. And it was a test. It was like, can you handle this? Can you do this? Because like you said, it's not for everybody. It's a dirty job, and you need patience and you need a big heart. But I'm happy to say that like I loved it, man. And I didn't take long. I loved Jerry like he was a family member. God bless him. I miss him. He passed away in 2023. I got 3 solid years working for him, and he finally passed away. God bless him, man. It is at that point, I just had this epiphany. It hit me like, I'm not getting any younger. I have this skill set that I dedicated my life to, and I needed to make money. And I was like, I have the skill set that I kind of just brushed to the side and put away. Like, and not getting any younger, maybe it's something we should look into. It is a way of surviving and getting by in life and making some money. Because I need to do things that fulfill me. And wrestling is definitely one of them. It's my passion, my love. Home care was amazing as well. But I haven't held like a shoot job down for more than maybe 2 years of anything that I've done in my life. And that's saying something, because it needs to be something that's real and raw. But wrestling, I stuck with that for over 15 years before I stopped in 2016. And so I got back into it, and I got on a plane. I was crazy, flew off to the UK. I figured I'd spent enough time in Canada, did stuff in the United States. I got to go somewhere fresh and different. So I went to the UK, and I spent my first 7 months wrestling out in the United Kingdom. And it was an amazing experience and one of the best decisions I ever made.
Who were you with out there?
All kinds. I worked for over probably 20 promotions out that way. All-Star Wrestling was one of the more popular ones, ran by Brian Dixon, who actually passed away when I was there. But he's like a legendary promoter. I worked the holiday camp circuit. I trained under Joel Redmond, who was the first NXT tag team champion with Adrian Naval.
Nice.
Yeah. And he was awesome, man. He's a machine. I learned so much from him. I trained with Jody Fleisch for a bit. You guys remember Jody Fleisch?
Yeah.
I also trained with Steve Gray from World of Sport. And James Mason, who's an agent with WWE, and he is notoriously known as the most active wrestler with the most matches. Like, he just wrestled so much. That's why William Regal hired him, not only because he's a great talent, but like he's known to have the most matches actively working out of anybody currently alive right now. Like, he's a wrestling machine. But yeah, I learned so much out that way. It was great.
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get into the returning career, who are like from that first, like from like 04 to 2016, like who like was like your biggest like inspirations in that time? Like who in the business when you're like working with like really helped, like, you know what I mean? Like really
develop.
Who helped you develop? Who helped you kind of succeed? Who helped you like just who were some of the funnest people to work with? Is kind of what I want.
Well, my first trainer, I went through Monster Pro Wrestling. I started, but and it was ran by Massive Damage. But my first trainer there was Chi Cruz, who was like a Canadian legend. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Like I learned so much from Cheech. I was so lucky to be in the right place at the right time. He was at that time in 2005, 20-year veteran, and he'd been there, done that. You know, he'd been to Japan, he'd been to Europe, all over the States, the USWA, the Memphis territory for WWE and Jerry Lawler, all over Canada. And he was just so old school. And I just learned so much. And it was a good way to start that way instead of picking up bad habits. He was always questioning, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? It's all about storytelling and psychology and the why behind everything you're doing. There should be purpose behind everything you do. And so that was a good foundation, starting with Cheech. Lance Storm I got to train with in 2012. And he really polished me up, man. He really broke bad habits I never knew I had and just polished me up. He was an amazing trainer. And he gave me a good deal, too. I remember I was injured at the time, and he was a booker for PWA, and I basically sat under Lance for a whole year watching all the PWA shows next to Lance and just listening to him critique everyone else and picking things out and telling this and that and any pointers. And so I learned so much from that. And then I decided when I was healed up that I'm going to train with him. And he gave me a good deal and trained with him for 3 months. Lance was great. He really taught me about just like listening to the crowd and feeling it out there. That one was very important. I did a lot of seminars, traveled to the United States and did all kinds of several WWE tryouts. Ricky Steamboat was a really good one to train with. Harley Race was another. I trained with Roddy Piper, and there's not a lot of people that can say they did that. It's a very small list. So I take a lot of pride in that one, learning from Piper. And he brought out the promos for me. Took me a long time to figure out who Kamikaze was, the character in person. And it's Cameron Toms just amped up to 1,000. But it took some time to like figure it out. But Roddy Piper, I contribute to really inspiring and helping me get the promo down. And now I feel I can cut a promo like nobody's business. And it's one of my strong points and fun things to do. I enjoy doing it. But it's because of Roddy Piper. I credit him.
Because World of Hurt. That's a crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Like I actually found that season, but I was a couple of months back. Big Bad Boris did his what he called the Extreme 40-hour stream, and we were talking about it on there. Somebody brought it up when we were on there, and I ended up jumping on the show. And we were just chatting about it, and I'm like, and I can't find season 1, but I found season 2 with Roddy Piper all episodes on YouTube. I was like, oh my God. I ended up watching a couple of them and I'm seeing like you and just all like these people that I know. And then I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. Cause I never watched it when it originally aired because it was really hard to, even though it was on like Bite TV or something here.
It was called The Cave, and not a lot of people had the channel. You are correct. Not a lot of people seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Bite TV rebranded into Cave because I knew people. I was familiar with people that were doing. Jason Agnew, he's doing a show called The Conventioneers on that channel at the time. So, and again, he would put clips up online. That's the only way I was seeing his show, and then I would see clips pop up and everything from World of Hurt. But it was like I could never watch the whole thing. I found it. I'm like, oh my God, I have to watch.
You got to send me that link to Worlds of Hurt. I'm gonna watch that. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna watch that.
It's very fresh. It just was released maybe a couple months ago. Pyramid Productions just released it. It came out in 2011, so I mean over 10 years later. So it's finally seeing the light of day.
Yeah, I'm down to watch that for sure.
Yeah, it was a great experience, a crazy experience. And another thing too, I remember Lance warned me about reality TV that there's nothing real about it. They manipulate a lot of things, and they certainly did. They splice things and change things. But I still don't regret the experience, and just the fact to train with Roddy Piper, it was definitely worth doing. So
that is such a star-spangled list of inspirations and trainers. Like being able to shadow Lance Storm, who was booking PWA at the time for like a year. I know people who would die for that experience, genuinely.
He was great, man. He was a fantastic trainer, and he just knows his wrestling. I don't need to tell you that. You guys know. It was a great experience. And now it was cool. I got to see him at the TNA stuff. We were doing some extra work there, and it was cool to catch up with Lance and say hello and stuff. It's been a while since I've seen him, so it was nice to catch up and see the man again.
Yeah, because I was gonna say we saw you there. You were working that event.
That's right. Yeah.
we'll get to that because a lot of inspirations there, and then you come back, you come back, you do your stuff, and then you decide to come home. And so tell us, like, what brought you back to Canada? Like, give us like kind of a little bit, like, what did you end up doing coming home? Like, we know what you did, but tell the audience.
Yeah, for sure, no worries. Well, you can only stay in the UK for 6 months as a tourist, so I pushed the limit and I stayed 7 months. And I wasn't even worried about it. Little old me, I don't think. They got bigger fish to fry at customs and stuff like that. So I pushed it like an extra month. But it was hard to leave. I originally only wanted to stay 3 months there. But the bookings just started rolling in and I was just getting work. I was training and it was awesome. I lived on a farm with a rookie wrestler by the name of Nathan Angel, who actually just last year in September, last September, he got signed by WWE. He's in NXT. Well, he's going to be in NXT soon. He's at the Performance Center living in Orlando.
I remember seeing the name Nathan Angel. Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
It's super cool, man. Kid's a stud. He's going to be a superstar. But he was my roommate. He put me up on his farm. We herded sheep together. I got to know his family. His family accepted me as one of their own. I'm so grateful for everything him and his family had done for me. And I'm so happy to see, it was a no-brainer. A lot of us knew, this kid's going to make it. And he's there, man. And I still keep in contact with him. And he's grinding away and he's doing great. He's under his real name, Nathan Cranton, at the moment. But they're supposed to give him a new name soon, he told me so. But, yeah, man, it was a wild experience. So I got 70 matches in the UK when it was all said and done in 7 months. I was working. Yeah,
10 matches a month.
That's a sizable amount. Like, WWE people don't even do that anymore. Like, they're not even doing those crazy schedules anymore.
Well, to be honest with you, I was looking at the numbers. In 2025, I did 158 matches. I was ranked number 8 most busiest wrestler in North America and Mexico. And my schedule is more crazier than WWE, TNA, AEW guys these days. So it's pretty crazy. I just need to be trying to make that money that they're making. That's the biggest missing piece of the puzzle here.
Issue, yeah.
Right?
You need more zeros.
But I'm getting the reps though, and I'm grateful for it because the more reps, the better you get. So, and that's the way all the guys back in the day used to do it. You know, they're working 200 plus nights a year. That's how you get good at this. So I'm all about that.
I just found this. I'm just going to pull it up now. I'm just going to put it on screen. I'll send it to you boys later. So there's me.
Wow.
See the hair?
Oh my God, the hair.
That's amazing. Dude, that's so sick.
Eyes are off kilter a little bit.
Right. That's amazing. What a find. That's a gem. That's a gem.
I just was like, I gotta go. I'm just gonna pull the date.
That picture is worth its weight.
I think that was at the AJ. That was at the AJ Styles show. That was from 2010.
Wow.
That was from 2010. That's crazy.
Dude,
16 years ago. That is crazy.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, so you hang out in there. So you come back and you just jump on the road as soon as you're back, eh?
Basically, CWE, Canadian Wrestling's Elite, jumped on, and it was a no-brainer. I went to the UK because I felt I had nothing to prove in Canada. I'd been there for so long, so I wanted to go somewhere fresh and different. And then I put my time in the UK, came back, and I was still just eager for the reps. I was eager to just be an active professional wrestler. I am blessed that this is my full-time gig. I don't do anything else. I'm just wrestling. So I got to stay busy. And CWE's got the dates, man. So I jumped on them. They still promote traditional wrestling, which I'm a big fan of. I'm a traditionalist. I'm old school. So it was a no-brainer. The product was a fit for me. It's all about families and kids and just traditional good wrestling. So jumped on that. I worked with the Ultimo Dragon right away as soon as I came back to Canada, and it was a good way to welcome me back, is get to work with one of my favorites, the Ultimo Dragon. So, and we've been off and running ever since. It's been almost 3 years here. I guess it has been 3 years. I've been running wild in Canada and not looking back. Still just grinding away.
Canada with CWE.
Yes,
you've gone on so many tours. You again just recently with Austin Aries. You had Brian Kendrick. You just got off the road, Brian Kendrick, for the second time. The second time with Brian Kendrick. Like so many legends. I know you got to work. You got to work Hoovy when he was. I don't know if it was an Edmonton event, but I know you got to work. I don't know if that was the Edmonton show, but I
We
know we
did
got
a tag in Edmonton. It was me and Gabriel Lestat. My
for reunion.
Yeah, the reunion.
That's what happened to
Yeah,
it.
and it was Juicy Sharp. Yeah, it was Movie and
Juicy Sharp. Yeah, I got to work.
Sharp.
I've been very lucky, man. These tours have been great. I've worked with Rene Dupree, Savio Vega, Juventud Guerrera, Ultimo Dragon, Brian Kendrick, Austin Aries. I'm missing others. Shane Douglas was a crazy one I got to work with.
Junior, you worked with once, and you're working with him again on this next tour.
Yes, I should be. Yes, we should lock horns and cross paths. I'm sure. I really want to too. Davey Boy Smith is he's like a modern day Billy Robinson in my eyes. He's like a wrestler's wrestler, like
he is.
Yeah,
he's always grinding. Like he's always doing something new. Like he goes, jumps over, does a stint with All Japan, then just goes and just constantly grinding different indies, different promotions. I have such respect. I still remember that he created one of my favorite memories of professional wrestling.
Really,
2017. He was one half of the New Japan Pro Wrestling
Tag Champs.
IWGP Tag Champs at the time
with Lance Hoyt?
With Hoyt and Lance Archer there. And so he came in to replace somebody on a show here in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And he was tag champ. So he wouldn't let anybody touch the tag title when they were taking pictures. He would give the Stu Hart Heritage title to people to put on, and everybody was posing with him. So his match comes up, and I'm ring announcing the show.
Nice.
So I ring announcer, get on the ring, wait for him, let him take his stuff, and I realize I'm walking to the back. I gave the gear to one of the runner, and I'm walking over to the table where the sound is, and I realize I'm holding an IWGP title.
That would be amazing. Yeah, the mark out moment.
I just put the Stu Hart on a chair and just sat there and just with a ton of hand, and then the sound guy looks at me. What's that? I'm like, I'm holding an IWGP title. He's like, oh my God. And I hand it to him, and he's just like, we're just had this like moment, just like 2017. We just have this moment of like, oh my God, bro.
You said, I don't know if this is the same show, but I do have a picture of myself with Davey Boy. I'm gonna try and
forward, man.
Blow it. There we go.
Okay, there you are. Cool. Sick.
That's it.
Little young me.
Amazing.
That was the show. That was the show he ring announced. So there you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, man.
Yeah,
the connections, the weird connections in the world of professional wrestling is crazy.
It's a small world. It's smaller than you think. It's
like I hear fan bases like WWE versus AEW. It's like none of them care. They're all friends. They all know each other.
They all love each other.
Most of these people, like if they came off the indies, all came up together in the indies. All of them work together. It doesn't like I know there's a lot of like people that came out of sports programs now. So many of them know each other. Like Braun Breaker, he doesn't care. He's probably buddies with half the AW locker room because his dad. They all knew his dad at some point. Guys, it's like none of them care, and I'm just like, that's what I think is so cool. But first, it's so small and insular in the end because they all know each other. They're all friends. The companies give like the actual company itself, but the wrestlers, no, everybody knows each other. It's this weird small world of professional wrestling.
It's true, man. It's true. I mean, like you'll be in a locker room and there's probably someone that has like The Rock's phone number in his phone or like Bret Hart's or you know what I mean? Like it's a small world. It really is. Things get around fast and people know each other. So it's a crazy little industry, no doubt, man. It's a blessing to be a part of. That's crazy, man. I can only imagine you sitting there with the IWGP tag belt and just like marking out. There's been so many legends that have held those things, and there you are just holding the belt. Like that's amazing.
And that's maybe about like 3 years into me like becoming like I would find Japanese matches and watch them for years and stuff like that. But that was about 3 because I want to say around 2013, 2014 is where I really fell into. I think it was like during the Ustream days. I think it was
Ustream.
You pay $150 and you would get all the nights of the G1. It was before New Japan World existed, so you get all the nights of the. So I did that so I could watch all of the G1, and you would get the replays for a certain amount of time. So I did that, and those are the years where I really fell into. I love Japanese wrestling, and then I get to hold that, and then now I look back at old cage matches from when I'm ring announcing for CWE, and I'm looking Kaito Kiyomiya, Shirihiro Seiya Sanada. I'm like, I ring in these guys who are like huge now. I'm like, I ring announced them back in like a decade ago.
That's super cool.
It's been a small world of professional wrestling. Like, my brain didn't realize watching these guys 10 years later that it's like, oh, those are the same dudes I ring announced at the little St. Albert Community Hall.
Right? Yeah, man.
God, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's a small world. You can be like, I always use this saying too, and it's not like a knock on independent wrestling because you got to start somewhere, but like, you know, you go from like arenas to small halls and like you're in the penthouse one night and the outhouse the next, but it's like, you don't know that anyone could be a breakout star, and it's the future's on the independents. So like, you just got to keep your eyes peeled. Anybody can be a superstar one day, you know? So
for sure. Yeah.
It's those weird connections. So we got some personal questions for you, but I got a couple more wrestling I want to ask before we jump into the personal side of stuff. So in these last couple of years, you've been around PPW, RCW, CWE, obviously, getting to hold championships in multiple of these promotions. But I think my favorite title reign of yours so far in all of these title reigns, it's got to be, I didn't get to see any of the matches, but with a certain Gas City the other half of the Gas City PPW tag
team. Yeah.
Well, Cody, I've been I've been this Cody for a long time now, like since the Chimera era in his old school, before pre-pandemic days of Cody.
Solid.
Like, how did you get about become like I know you guys are friends and everything, but like how did you come about to become like the Gas City Grapplers and everything, and kind of like
honestly, it just was like he's living in Medicine Hat. I'm born and raised there. I'm living there currently, and we were traveling together. It just made sense booking like to travel together, just save money for the promoters and stuff like that. We just carpool together, and it was just like a throw together. They're both from Medicine Hat. All right, we'll throw them in as a tag team, and then we just like rolled with it and like made it our own. And the Gas City Grapplers, and I think he came up with the name, and it was a good name. It's just like had a good stick to it, and I enjoy doing like a New Age Outlaws type like intro with the microphone. I would cut like a big promo for the both of us and do a bunch of rhymes and stuff. And yeah, I mean, like we had a couple pairs of gear that matched. It was like a blue, a black, and a red pair. So we'd always rock those three pairs all the time and look like a tag team. And yeah, it kind of just took off. And yeah, we won the tag belts 3 different times, I believe, in Pure Power Wrestling, and had a crazy steel cage match and won the belts in that one too. And yeah, it was a good run, man. It was fun. But yeah, that's honestly how it came together. It was just like, these guys are from Medicine Hat, so we're just going to make them a tag team. And I mean, we are like an odd couple but if you look at us, like, you know, there's no, besides the Medicine Hat, there's nothing that is similar with the two of us, but we roll with it, made it work.
Well, it's really crazy how like something as simple as these guys are from the same location can be thrown together and just become like a real thing. It's so cool.
That's wrestling. A lot of that happened. You get the ball and you got to run with it and make it, you know, whatever they give you, you got to turn it into something and make it good. And I'd like to think we did that. So
exactly.
Yeah. Well, again, and he was developing, like he was doing his pipe fit, like the oil patch gimmick. So the Gas City Grapplers make so much even more sense.
It does work.
This crazy, wild, insane dude that you are, the look, and then him and his like it looks like his like the overall, like in his regular overall,
the working man.
Just the two opposite ends of the spectrum, but just morphed together so well. Because I know we saw you tagging here on CWE shows. I know we seen you tagging here on RCW shows here in Edmonton.
Can-Am Wrestling, PPW.
And again, I just love seeing you two together. I thought I got rocking both T-shirts up here, my boys. But yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, part of the promo, I'd be like, he's too hot to handle, too cold to hold, and he's always drilling for that black mole, that black gold.
I love that. That's a great.
I wish it was the black gold.
That black gold, baby.
That's right. Crude oil Cody Mack attack, Jack.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with that. Just the promos too are just a lot of fun.
Yeah, because he's got he's got a good cadence in his name. Like it's so easy to like rhyme things with crude oil Cody Mack.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to kind of touch the personal side because I want I go to your booth every time I see you at a show.
Yes.
I come up to your booth, we chit chat, and you have some of the best gear, like merch.
Thank you.
It's so due to the logos. It's the logos on your merch.
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
Two distinct inspirations for those logos.
Yeah.
In Power Rangers and Turtles.
Absolutely.
My question is, okay, so you grew up like you and me are on. I'm 30. I think you're 39. Or
yes, correct. Yeah.
We grew up in that era of Power Rangers, Turtles, Ghostbusters, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta ask, do you ever think about doing a real Ghostbusters inspired?
You know what? It just popped in my head as soon as you said it. Ghostbusters. It immediately just popped in my head. I was like, I should attempt some type of Ghostbusters type logo next. That should be on the list of things to do. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and play with that and make something happen. Because I was a huge Ghostbusters fan, man. Like as a kid, the cartoon, my dad would tape it for me, and I'd watch it every morning. The first two movies are fantastic. Like usually sequels aren't as good as the originals. There are some exceptions like Terminator 2, Ghostbusters 2, but like a lot of times the sequels just don't add up to like the first one. But Ghostbusters 1 and 2 are both fantastic movies. Like Dan Aykroyd and like Bill Murray, you can't go wrong. So good.
Like, imagine a logo of Kamikaze coming through the circle.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna have to think of something.
Doing this coming through it instead of the two,
right?
Or whatever.
The two, yeah.
It's
cool.
Something of that sort. I think
I like it. The wheels are turning. I'm liking this. It sounds good. I'm gonna whip up something here for sure.
I think Adam's got.
Yeah, I got a few things about this.
Yes, sir.
The Rangers thing.
Yes.
So I'm curious. Do you have? Because I have a shameless plug, separate podcast.
No, go ahead.
Rangers. Top three. Do you have a top three seasons of Power Rangers, or did you just watch Mighty Morphin? Or
I liked Mighty Morphin. That was like my favorite. I especially like the entire, the whole analogy of the original. I think was great. I remember watching it as a kid, getting home from school, and just mesmerized. Like it was just so cool when they'd get hit and the sparks would fly off their bodies, and then when they'd get in the Megazords and all the crazy battles, like. Japan is crazy, and it was cool that they like brought it to North America. Like it was so cool. And then when go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, there's another thing I was going to ask. Have you ever seen the original?
I've seen clips of like the original, and it's very interesting, isn't it? Like it's crazy. Like, but the North American one just was captivated me. I had the toys. I had like the little spear that turned into the gun. I had like the morpher thing that you put the little coins in and stuff.
Yes.
Mel still has one of those.
Really?
She got the pink power coin in it.
Nice.
The pink power coin in it. Yeah.
It was sick, man. The toys were cool, and when the Green Ranger hit the scene, like holy smokes! Like it just was. Everybody was talking about that. Like it had everyone's attention. It was so cool, man. Like
JDF.
And the music, the song, like it's a classic. They didn't have to go that hard with the guitar riffs. It was insane.
I continue to say Ron Wasserman is a treasure, and I am so glad he was involved in that.
One of my favorite songs I have saved. One of my favorite songs on Spotify is actually I can't remember her name. She does everything in bagpipes, and it's a bagpipe version of the Power Rangers theme, and it goes hard. She goes hard with it, man.
You gotta play that next time we're in the car.
I'll find it and play it for you. Yeah. It's so
I never knew. That's wild. Yeah, man. Like I love that. And then when the movie came out, the first movie, like I remember going. I'm pretty sure I seen that in theaters with friends.
Me too.
Like
me too.
It was cool. It was just so cool. It was epic. Captivating. Just captivating. Great childhood memories. And then back to the Ninja Turtles. Like the toys, man. The toys were insane. Like. And they just kept with the cartoon pumping out all these cool characters and more toys and the gadgets and the vehicles and the characters.
Did you have a Technodrome? Because that was the one thing I wanted.
Of course you have a Technodrome.
Dude, I was spoiled as a kid. I have like all the original Ghostbuster toys and all the original Ninja Turtle stuff.
Me too.
Like
Me too.
the vehicles.
I just
and
never
everything.
had the Terradrome. I never had the
Oh.
I never. That's the one thing I never. And again, no shame. They never got approved. But that was the one toy. You're like, man. It was just I had the van. I had the layer. I had all these.
The layer was cool.
I was a turtle. I was a turtle multiple years for Halloween. I was a Ghostbuster multiple years.
Love it. I respect it. I love it.
It's crazy. I love
this. Might be the most important question of this episode. Of
the show. Dude, go ahead.
Do you have a favorite turtle and why?
Say that again.
Favorite turtle and why?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I have an order. Is that cool if I do like an order?
Yeah,
do
the order. Do it.
Right. Number 1 is Michelangelo. Orange is my favorite color. I just love his personality. I love nunchucks. I think nunchucks are badass, especially in the first movie when he has a standoff with the foot soldier. And he's like, a fellow chucker, eh? And he's like, keep practicing.
Moments.
Like, that scene's amazing. And then number 2 be Raphael, just because he's just badass and he's tough. And red is my second favorite color. And then Donatello's number 3 for me. I have a lot more respect and enjoy Donatello. I never used to like him, but now I like him. I'm digging him. The way he can just like create something out of nothing, out of just like some batteries and like
I always look at the old cartoon as if without Donatello, they wouldn't have won most of the fights they had because it's always like, Donnie, make us something to help this. And he always make something that would solve the issue. And so like they were like, again, no shame on any of the turtles, but they were almost hapless without Donatello inventing something.
He was very important.
He really was the Billy of that show where he could just throw something together and win the day.
Yeah, man. Do you guys ever seen Turtles Forever? It's like a movie.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
It's on my list.
Yeah. So good. You got to check it out.
Oh, so good. Highly recommend, dude, because you can have the 03 Turtles, which is such an underrated show.
Yeah.
Like I think that might actually, of all the turtle stuff, 03 might be my favorite.
They're more badass for sure in that.
Absolutely. The white eye. It was the most mature version we ever got from the TV. Other than even more than the live action, it was the most mature version we got because it felt just a little bit more rugged. I love that. I loved it. And then it was them. They brought the original like OG series, and then they brought the black and white ones in.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's really good. You should check her out, brother. It's excellent.
It was a lot better than the 03 show. It was a lot better than the live action series they did with like the female turtle.
Yes, I remember that. I was disappointed as a kid. I was still in school and I still watched it, but like it just didn't have the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Didn't they do a crossover with Power Rangers though?
They did do a crossover with Power Rangers.
It was Power Rangers in space.
And that's like pretty badass.
Episode of that show.
Yes, I've seen clips of that and I thought it was pretty cool and well done for what it was. And going back to Donatello in Turtles Forever, Donatello like saves the day in that movie and like whips up a crazy thing at the end. I don't want to ruin it for you, but you got to check it out.
I will check it out. Don't worry, I will.
Yeah.
And then Leo in fourth, because I think everybody's list has Leo in fourth, right?
No shade to Leo. It's just
no shade, but just
most boring.
Of all the turtles, like I put Donnie up top, then Mikey, then Raph, then Leo. Because I just find like I look at Leo and I go, he's kind of lame. Like he doesn't like have like the attitude. He's not the party guy. He's not the smart one. He's just kind of there, just telling everybody what to do when Splinter's not around. Because he can tell him what to do when Splinter's not there. When Splinter's there, he's just kind of there.
Yeah.
He's just there. Yeah.
I'd say now that I'm a little older and wiser, like I do admire and respect Leo more. But you're right. Everything you just said is quite accurate. Like, especially as a kid, he wasn't as appealing and as he didn't have as many layers to his character as the others did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like my order is actually it's a Mikey, Don, Raph.
Nice.
And then Leo. But again, it's like no shame to Leo. Leo's kind of the glue that holds that team together. In a way.
You need Leo. You need them all, but Leo is important. He's just as important.
You need all of them. Leo is definitely an important part. And like, if you had to put Casey in there, I think Casey's number 3 for me. I really love Casey.
I was going to bring up Casey Jones is badass, especially in the first movie. That fight with him and Raph is so cool. Like cricket, you know.
I play a lot of the new Turtles game that came out. That what is it?
Shredder's Revenge.
That was amazing.
I play a lot of Shredder's Revenge, and whenever I play Shredder's Revenge, I play Casey because Casey is
sick.
What do you play? I legit have to ask this. What do you play on?
Dude,
oh, okay. We're gonna have to hook up our friend the cat so we can play together, buddy.
You're right.
we're like best friends, and we don't even.
We just haven't. The question hasn't come up. Okay. I got a couple other questions. Transitioning from Turtles and Power Rangers. Let's talk about music. So your taste in music, very I can imagine. Yeah, what is your taste in music?
Everything, man. I like stuff. I'm really into like movie scores and stuff from just movies, instrumentals. I love all the wrestling themes and stuff. But everything. I'm into old school country music from like the 90s and older stuff. I love old school rap from like the 80s. I love gangster rap from the 90s. I mean, rock and roll from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s. My playlist is just a shit mix, man. It has like everything you can imagine on this thing. I'm very open-minded to music. I do enjoy all the old like dance mixed 90s stuff. I really enjoy that stuff.
Okay, to music. What is like when you go to the gym? Because you're on the road, and I always see you guys posting about working out at gyms in different towns and everything.
Absolutely.
What is your like? I know you probably listen to a lot of different stuff, but what is the song? What is the type of song that you start your workout with? Like, what kind of music do you do to get you that initial fire up? I know it's probably shuffling throughout the whole thing. Yeah. What's that? It's like I'm the same. When I go to work out, I always start with like something like a little bit like harder and faster, and then everything else plays afterwards. But like, what is that? What is it? Doesn't be a song, but what is that genre that you start with, and then it goes into everything else?
I would think more like the heavier rock and roll and heavy metal stuff, like Metallica, Pantera, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath. Iron Maiden is probably my favorite band. I love Iron Maiden. Yeah, I mean, like that kind of stuff. You know what comes to mind though is like I just set things to random shuffle and I just let it go, and it has a mind of its own. Let the algorithms play and do its thing. But one song that's badass to me, I really like it. It's a song by Deep Purple, "Sweet Child in Time." It's like 7 minutes long, and the guitar solos are insane. And it's actually from the movie Twister. They play it in there. It's a good tune.
Such a great pick.
Yeah,
that song.
But I love old stuff. I'm really into like old 50s music as well and 60s stuff. Like I'm very open-minded. I like all the stuff. Everything up to like the early 2000s, I give it a fair shake at and share. I like it all.
Fair. So about music, when I don't know exactly how long you had "Rock You Like a Hurricane" as a theme. So what was the impetus for that? What was the choice to put "Rock You Like a Hurricane" as your music?
Well, it kind of just represents, because I'm really old school and I still represent old school wrestling and just, traditionalist stuff. And it just was a throwback to like 80s wrestling in a lot of respects. However, the real story behind it, in high school and in my year of college, I went for a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Drama at the college here in Medicine Hat. And I was in a production, Agamemnon it was called, and I played Hercules. And I was like the skinniest Hercules known to man. I was still like skinny, 153 pounds. It was funny. But
did they have to put like the fake muscle shirt
on
you?
But here's the thing. So in part of the scene, I'm playing Hercules, and he's like drunk, and I'm being intoxicated Hercules, and I'm in like my little toga thing. And then I like kind of sober up, and I got to like kick some ass. And so in the scene, and I did this multiple nights because we did like productions in Medicine Hat and in front of people and at the theater in Medicine Hat. And so I tear off my toga and I'm in like little trunks. And as I tear it off, the song Scorpions, "Here I Am, Rock You Like a Hurricane" played. And that's where it all started. And that was from my drama teacher in college. Charlie Wilson was her name. She threw that in there and it just fit. And it's kind of like a nod to her, and it's a nod to my background in acting and drama. And it's taken over. I'm so blessed. Like you guys and everyone else around the provinces are singing along to the chorus of the song, and it's gotten over. It's awesome. I appreciate you guys started it, and I thank you for that. You guys are the ones that started that, and it's spread into Saskatchewan. It's spread into Ontario. Everywhere I go, I try and get the people into it, and it's because of you guys, and I thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's some of my favorite stuff because I think the first one we really did it was for you, and then recently we started doing it with Rich King with his cover of Kiss by a Rose. So we started doing it with him, and the crowd in Edmonton has really caught on to singing that.
It's awesome.
I'm always on the hunt for people who have actual songs with actual lyrics. Because I want to see if I can give people that bump because I love doing that for people.
It's appreciated. And I'm all about trying to make you guys and the audience cheer the loudest for the longest and get you involved and interact in this. Yeah. And you paid your hard-earned money to be a part of this event in some capacity. And in the ring, I like to think I do a good job of that. But even during the entrance now, you guys have taken it to another level with that song and making it mean so much more than it has to, and it's special. And I can't thank you enough. You guys are the one that started it. Much props and respect, and all the love to you.
I look at like honestly, and like you said, when it's a fun song too. Like a person can come out to some great songs. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of wrestlers coming, a lot of great songs.
Sure,
not all of them have that feel that you want to sing along with. Like Rocky Like a Hurricane is one of those songs you just want to belt it out when you hear it because it's classic. It's awesome. You just want to be like, yeah. It's like same with Rich's song. It's like especially his version of Kiss by a Rose. The one he uses, like, it's that
the heavier version. Yeah,
you want to get in. You want to sing. It gives you that passion and want to. And I love doing that because like I finally got to do it a couple of years ago when Jericho was in town. I got to sing Judas. It was it was cool, and getting to do it now more on the lower level, just sing along to some of my favorite wrestlers' themes. It's so much fun.
So much fun, absolutely.
That's the thing. It's all about having fun and getting the people involved. And you guys like open the door for me in that respect, and I can't thank you enough. And plus, just like that opening to me, especially when they got the music cranked in that first opening riff, that da-na-na, like it's just like gets me amped up, and I think it gets the people like turns their head like what's going on, who's coming out, like it's just like it sets the tone for what's going to happen next. And plus the lyrics too, like Kamikaze is just this frenetic crazy character, like I'm there to rock you like a freaking hurricane, you know what I mean? Like it's fit, it just fit.
It does fit. So you've toured all up and down the country, into United States and Mexico, on the road or off. I'm just curious, where do you like to eat?
Oh, wow. You know what? I'm such a stickler. I save my money. I'm in the business of making money, not spending money. So I always pack my own meals on the road, ice packs. I keep everything cold and use the fridges in the hotels. I barely spend any money when I'm on the road, and I'm there. D'Lo Brown backed it up for me. He said, like, all the money you make in the town, make sure you're not spending it in the town you just made it in. So I live off of just chicken breasts and ground beef and a lot of pork, because pork lasts the longest, even though it's not the healthiest of meats, but at the same time, for what I'm doing with all the cardio and stuff like that, like I can get away with it. But for how long it's on the road for, pork lasts the longest compared to chicken or beef. So a lot of sausages and stuff like that, hot dogs. But if I can eat something, I sometimes get from great fans and friends gift cards as gifts. And Edo Japan is one of my favorites. I love getting double meat with rice, chicken and beef, 2 things of sauce, and I'm a happy man. Sumo size that, and it's delicious. Love it. No mushrooms, I'm a happy man.
Absolutely.
No mushrooms. Come on.
They taste like dirt to me.
Mushrooms are something I only started to appreciate in the last like 5 to 10 years.
Is that right? They're good for you. Don't get me wrong.
When I was younger, I was so picky about the foods I ate, and
I used to be too.
These last 10 years, I've opened myself up to eating a lot of other foods and adding more things to my food, and like adding like all these little extra, like putting extra stuff in when I'm cooking food and stuff. Because like a few years ago, I would never touch curry. I love curry.
Curry's amazing.
Butter chicken's my favorite of anything.
Yeah, that's so good. It's so good.
But like I'm again, it's for me, like I found a lot of foods that I didn't eat for so long. I'm like, these are amazing. Why did I not eat them? It's like I have a buddy who still to this day, when we go anywhere, just gets the chicken fingers if he can. Like he's very picky in his food. But like I was that guy for a long time. It was either chicken fingers or a steak or something really basic. Now late tonight. I just went to Tim's to grab some food because it was quick after work before I jump on here with you. Yeah. And I'm just like, ooh, they have a habanero chicken wrap. I'm gonna try that.
Give that a try.
I'm just trying to add new, just order something new when I'm out of place, right? If I'm out of place. Like,
that's a great attitude to have. I used to be, I was extremely picky as a kid. And my mom used to say I used to eat like a bird. Like I would just pick away at things. But I'm a lot more open to things now. But yeah, the mushrooms, I think it's just the texture. They're like slimy and weird and they taste like dirt to me. But they're so good for you. Like shame on me for not eating them. But I used to be very similar. I was very, very picky. Couldn't eat onions, tomatoes and stuff like that. But now as we've gotten older and wiser, I think we're more open to things and trying things out. You know, it just comes with time.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. It's becoming an adult, really. Eventually, once you figure out adult, you're like, hey, everything makes sense or makes more sense. Let's just eat the stuff that's actually good.
Yeah,
you're right.
You know it,
still only does.
I've had good I've cooked good Brussels sprouts because, again, the reason I'm not a picky eater anymore is I took a bit of classes at Nate for culinary. So. Nice. So that helped me bridge out and like learn to eat a bunch of new things. And there is still one really good, like braised. I have a braised Brussels sprout recipe in one of my textbooks. It's like braised with like caramelized onions and like you braise it in port wine. It is very good. That's
sick, man. My mom used to make us Brussels sprouts as a kid and I never used to like them, but she like made us eat them. And now like it's just acquired. I do enjoy them now. I can eat them all the time. But I remember as a kid, like it was just like you were just forced to like eat what's on our plate, and it just became an acquired taste. And now I've accepted Brussels sprouts, and they're great for you. When you talk about chicken fingers, I think about referee Cam Ross. Everywhere we go on the road, he gets chicken fingers everywhere we go.
Oh, Cam.
Cam the man.
He is now forever known from now on. Whenever we cover CW shows, he's going to be Chicken Fingers Cam Ross.
Yeah. Every time I see him, every time he's out, I'm just going to start chanting Chicken Fingers.
He'll love it. He'll appreciate that. He will. He's the
so
man.
What you're saying is to get in Cam's good graces, buy him some chicken fingers at the Legion next time too.
Yeah.
Good chicken fingers at the.
You'll win him over. 100%.
There we go.
Another small transition here. So I've seen a lot of things on social media from you, like your promos and like your clips of your matches. One of the ones that I keep getting pop up in my feed is the Instagram reels of your hair. So, Style by Rose Quartz does your hair, if I'm correct. How long have you been working with them?
Oh, since basically when I got this hairstyle, and I was going to bring that up earlier. Like you guys have seen a crazy evolution of myself, like from wearing a mask to doing a double mohawk. I used to have all crazy colors, and now we got the long dreads, the braids. But yeah, I found her. My cousin, she owns her own beauty salon here in Medicine Hat, and she recommended me to Courtney. She runs Styles by Rose Quartz right out of her own house. She's got her own business. She's an amazing woman and does great work. And I've been working with her since 2023 when I first left to the UK. I had it braided with no color, though. I just had regular braids with the beads. Yeah. And then I added color in afterwards, and we've been going hard ever since. And she's a miracle worker. She's amazing. It's a big job, though. God bless her. It takes time.
Like seeing the evolution of like this big, long, poofy ponytail or like long, poofy waterfall turn into all of these multicolored braids. It's like it's one of those types of reels. It's like you could watch it like on repeat like 4 or 5 times. I have all the respect for people that can handle hair that size. Like my sister has hair that basically goes straight to the very like the tramp stamp area.
Wow. Yeah. Mine's almost there.
And it's like as poofy as yours at times. Yeah. And anyone who can deal with hair like that, all the power to you, all the respect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Much respect. I started growing my hair out during COVID. Because remember that era where like you couldn't go and get a haircut? Everyone was like growing their hair out and growing their beards out.
I don't need to worry about that.
You lucky.
So
I just take a shaver and just go. I literally shaved this all off by myself yesterday. I shave it every month or so myself. So
easy.
I look like the guy in Last Crusade with the giant beard at the end where he chose poorly. That's how bad my beard was in those days.
Well, I mean, like, that's how it started. I had a nice traditional Caesar style haircut, and then I just let it go. And I never grown my hair out long before, and I wanted to. And truth be told, I really enjoyed like Davey Boy Smith back in the day with his hair, and the Road Dogg Jesse James with his hair. And I was thinking it'd be cool to do that since I've done every other wacky style there is. And it wasn't even like before I even decided to get back into wrestling. I just wanted to do something different with it. I always have done different things with my hair. And that's how that started. So it's been growing since 2020. And truth be told, the extensions, the color are extensions. And if we have to cut it just to match up with the extension length, and if we didn't cut it, it'd probably be down to my knees by now, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm having fun with it. Eventually, one day, I'm going to donate it all and give it away to people that need it. But until then, I'm still having fun with it, and I still think I got a lot of mileage left in it here. Like, we got some really wacky colors here now, and I'm going to start changing it up more and more like that, more vibrant, be a walking firework.
Absolutely. It's such a unique look because like everyone in the business, at least that I've seen in Edmonton, is always like either like bald like Andre or like buzz cut, or very occasionally you get like a little poofy sort of like afro sort of thing.
KB6 that's some of my favorite hair. The way
his hair is like a big trapezoid.
Yes, trapezoid. No, he's got the cool colors in it. That's the thing, guys, is and that's kind of when I say kamikaze is just Cameron Tom's amped up to 1,000. Like as a kid, man, I was always a trendsetter. I was always doing things, and then people would copy me afterwards. And imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But I've always just been an individual and danced to the beat of my own drum and try to be unique and innovative and different. And wrestling is the only job that lets me express myself fully. I can't get away with this in any other line of work. And I can be myself and accentuate my positives and express myself more properly in the world of wrestling. But the best stars are just yourself amped up to 100. And that's what I think I've found it. I've found the groove, and I'll continue to evolve, of course, and always try to be better. But I think I finally found the missing piece of the puzzle of how to stand out from the pack and be marketable. And that's the biggest one, is just being different from everyone else. And I always give advice to the young guys, like, be the first version of yourself. And I'd like to think I'm an original and I'm different from everyone else. But that's what you got to try and find in this business is be the first version of yourself. And you can find that, you're on the right track and you can really take off, So I'd like to think I'm walking proof of that. Trying to be anyway.
I mean, you definitely seem to be that guy, that walking proof, yeah.
All right, so we've been here an hour. I think we talked about it all. So what's upcoming? 2020, it's 2026. It just started only 19
Fresh
days
in
ago.
The year.
Right.
So what do you got? Like, I know what's coming on the horizon in the next little bit for you. Like, what are you hitting up? I know we've got CW tours, and you're working RCW. What's coming up? Tell the people, because as we record this is Monday. This is coming out on Tuesday morning.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm Canadian Wrestling's Elite is my bread and butter. It's paying the bills. And then I fill in my dates in between the tours with local stuff like Real Canadian Wrestling, Pure Power Wrestling. I'll be doing some workout in British Columbia with Thrash Wrestling and All-Star Wrestling again this year. I'm getting more on the extra work front of things. TNA Wrestling is very happy with me. I'll be probably doing more extra work when they come back to Canada. WWE, they're coming here to Toronto. Things are looking promising. I should be there for extra work for them. So I'm thankful to get my foot in the door with these things. I'm the number one contender right now to the CW Heavyweight Championship. I won the 51-man Rumble to Remember. So I'm gunning for Chad Daniels, and I'm coming for that CW Heavyweight title in February.
And you won the Edmonton Rumble to Remember on top of that.
That's right. Yes, sir. I'm on fire right now, as they say.
Match of the year.
Oh, is that right?
It is my CWE match of the year. Yeah, I definitely really enjoyed that Rumble to Remember, and it had a really good finish there.
I'm glad you enjoyed that, brother. Thank you. That means a lot.
Absolutely.
Besides that, I want to try and do some more international work if I can. I think I'm due to get out of Canada and spread the wings and fly somewhere again, maybe back to the UK or try and get in. A lot of guys keep telling me, a lot of veterans, Robbie Royce is really on me right now, like, get out to Japan. I think I'd love to. I need to, I feel there's somewhere in the wrestling world that I can contribute in a positive manner on a larger scale than what I'm doing currently. And that's the goal with all of us. We're trying to make it to the next level. So I'm not done. I'm still firing on all cylinders, and I'm blessed by God to be doing this and for safe travels and safety in the ring. But yeah, that's those are the main ones for 2026, is just to keep lighting you guys up and entertaining you, and to get out and about and do new and different things, new opponents, new surroundings. Besides CWE and some local stuff, I try to, like, Alberta, I've been here so long and wrestled here so long, like, I try and wrestle out of province as much as I can. I don't want to be a big fish in a small pond. I'd rather spread out and get out and about all across Canada and across the world. So that's always been the goal.
That's understandable, because again, the goal isn't to just, hey, like I years ago with BackBreaker Media, before, when we were known as Edmonton SPN.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Love it.
It was specifically Edmonton SPN. We didn't abbreviate Edmonton.
No E.
We did not abbreviate that. For risk of things. I remember interviewing Marky. Yeah, and he said he told me, like, his goal was to just be a local independent wrestler. That was his goal, was never to go anywhere. Right. I've heard from some guys, and they've told me that they just wanted a feel professionally. Like, I had the feeling. Years ago, I wanted to get involved in Colton Kelly and Sid Greed let me bump in their old Force Pro Wrestling ring, and oh God, the professional wrestling side is not for me, right? I always wanted to be involved, but I never wanted. It's never dreams guaranteed, and that's why I got in, started a ring crew, and got to be an announcer. Right, that was always my goal. But I never wanted it to be something. I just wanted it to be something for fun, because I'm going to go to a show. I might as well work on the show instead of paying for a ticket to be in the crowd.
That's you go.
But like, I love it when people, like, you're 38 now, 39.
39. In Dimension X years, I'm 239 years old, but I'm still a young buck in my eyes.
Yeah. So, yeah, you still got another 1,000 years to go.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah. But no, I always love when you talk to guys. It's like, it's still grinding, still a goal to go other places. It may not be if WWE came calling, you would say yes in a minute, but
of course,
it seems like it's not. It's still a goal. It's obviously still a dream, but it's not the goal. It's to get other places. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
I would. God, I would kill to see. Like, I think you would fit in places like DDT or Big Japan.
Yeah.
Over Japan, like a 0-1. Like, I'd love to see you in New Japan or Noah. Don't get me wrong, but I think DDT, with how much fun that promotion is, I think your crazy would be perfect there. Big Japan is similar in that sense. A lot of great.
So many promotions out there in Japan that have, like, glorious levels of chaos. DDT, Big Japan. There's a couple others that I don't remember the names of off the top of my head.
Christian Starr, another local talent.
Yeah,
worked at Osaka Pro.
Okay.
So, like, it's crazy. Like, I know people that talk about when they've gone there. There's like hundreds of promotions that you have never heard of in Japan. They're just small little promotions, but they run all the time, and it's crazy that there's that many promotions in that small of an area. If you really think of, like, they say there's like 50 something promotions just in Tokyo alone.
That's crazy. Yeah, I guess when you think about it, it's no different than here. There's all these little independent promotions. You got the big ones, of course, but then, all the up and coming guys got to work somewhere. So that makes sense. I'm a really big fan of All Japan right now. I think they got a really traditional, old school, like, everything just has purpose and meaning behind it at the moment. Like, everything they do. I'd love to work for All Japan at the moment, to be honest with you.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of the Saito brothers.
Nice.
So they are so. I know that I know some people really have a hate on for them. At least on like outside of Japan, I know they don't appeal to a lot of people outside of Japan, but I think they're great. Like I think June got the Triple Crown Championship run. I think this year.
Nice.
I think it was June that got it. But yeah, I think he's the one that beat Davey Boy for it.
I think you're right. Yes, I think you're right.
It just it's so cool. I would love to see you over there. Like just
Yes.
so that would be heaven to me.
I would absolutely want to watch all of the matches that you do in Japan. Absolutely.
God bless you, boys. Well, we'll see what we can do here. Keep grinding away. That's all I can do, one day at a time, and just be better than you were the day before. You know, keep on learning, always grow.
Absolutely. That's all we can hope for.
Amen.
So before we go, I got a little ticker up here for you. So I know I'm gonna get your Instagram, Kaze CMF for life on Insta. If anybody wants to contact you anywhere else, they can get a hold of you, or is it mainly through the Instagram to get a hold of you?
Instagram, I'm pretty open. I talk to a lot of fans and people on the DMs there. My Facebook fan page is run by somebody else. God bless them. But they just relay everything from Instagram onto there. And my YouTube page is the same. Everyone's the same. Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook fan page. It's all Kaze CMF for life, as you see scrolling down there. So there's no complications. It's all the same address. And DMs on the Instagram is the best. Or you can email me at kazecmfforlife@hotmail.com. And but it's all the same address, the Kaze CMF for life. So
There we go.
Very good.
There we go.
Keep it simple.
So as we get here, if you don't mind, we're gonna pop our couple things that let people know where they can find us and everywhere else. AWS, where can they find you?
Yes. Brother? Okay. You can find me on the Blue Sky at AWS Comedy at bluesky.social. You can find me on the Instagrams at AWS Comedy YEG. And if you want to watch me, my buddy Andreas, and my second best friend at this point, Malcolm, chat about Power Rangers. We finally put a new episode out.
Nice.
It took forever. We finally have a new episode of the season 1 of Morph-a-mania Podcast out. You can check out our reviews of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers at youtube.com/@humanoidfreak2515. The newest episode is we're reaching towards the end of season 1. We got a few episodes of filler to get out before we get to the season finale. And then we barrel forward to the season 2 and Lord Zed, and I am excited for it.
Cool.
And one quick shout out to my boys at the Grindstone Theater, one of my favorite places in Edmonton. It is a subsidized theater space for new and up-and-coming artists of all kinds, stand-up, burlesque, improv, anything you can really think of, sketch comedy. It's all there. I have 2 show shout-outs I want to throw out real quick. First of all, the Mixtape Improv show on January 29th at 7 p.m. Or no, it's 9 p.m. At 9 p.m., it is a big Mixtape Improv. Mixtape Improv is the troupe I do a lot of my improv stuff with. They're a very welcoming and inclusive community of great people that I just love to do stuff with. And their show is coming up on the 29th. Their tickets are pay a bill as little as $10. You come in, see a bunch of guys that are thrown in randomly into random troops. They do a bit of improv. It is a lot of fun. Absolutely love it. And a special shout out, recently announced, we are doing another Grindstone Comedy Theater fundraiser show, Valentine's edition.
Wow.
It'll be on February 15th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Tickets are available via the link in their bio on Instagram at Grindstone Theater. It is just going to be a great night hosted by Weird Al Karaoke, who are some of my favorite people in the scene. They do a lot of great parody songs. There's going to be a little bit of everything there on that show. There's going to be sketch comedy from my boys at SketchUp. There's going to be improv from Mixtape Improv, some stand-up from their shows, The Stand-Up Show, and Help I'm Joking, and more. So if you do feel like any of that tickles your fancy, is on February 15th. You can find the links at the Grindstone Theater website or on their Instagram, link in bio at Grindstone Theater. I'm probably going to both of the shows I shouted out, so you'll see me there.
Nice.
But that's enough out of me. Andre C., where can they find you, my friend?
You can find me the X and Bluesky at That Canada Guy, Instagram and Threads at That Canada Dude. You can find me over at our local establishment where I do my show Point of View every Sunday, talking the world of sports, English football, American football, F1, NHL, and all the other sports we want to talk about. Curling when it comes up, we talk about it all over there. Our local establishment on YouTube and Twitch, and you can find me right here on BackBreaker Video, doing all the great content with PopSpot, this newest show, PopSpot Events, PopSpot. Whenever we do episodes next week, we're going to have 2 episodes of the PopSpot covering LPW and Clandestine Wrestling Society, and then another episode covering the RCW show coming up this weekend. So lots of great wrestling content we're going to be covering this over the next couple of weeks. You can also find all the content Mike does and all the great archives of wrestling he has on there on BackBreaker Video. You can see him live at twitch.tv/MikeTheRef, and he also plays video games over there along with AW Watch-Alongs. If you want replays of his game content, go to youtube.com/BackBreaker_gaming. And we'll give a quick shout out to a couple companies that Mr. Kaze does work for. Go to CWEcanada.ca or CWEtickets.com to get all your information and your tickets for CWE. All great sound. And you'll be back in Edmonton on February 21st, I think.
Is correct. 2 days before my birthday.
Ooh, nice.
Come hang out with the Horde. Can come out see Kamikaze if you're in the Edmonton area. If you're not in the Edmonton area, look at CWEtickets.com for all the tickets for the upcoming tour featuring Davey Boy Smith Jr. Going to be awesome. And if you want Real Canadian Wrestling, you can find them on their Facebook page or at Eventbrite for all the information there, and check them out. Again, one more shout out to Kamikaze, YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, Kaze CMF for life.
Can I get a pop for that?
Pop.
I was gonna use the Fago bottle, but I couldn't find it, so it is what it is. Yeah. So that is the end of the first episode of PopSpot Presents, featuring Canadian indie legend and one of the greatest people that we know, CWE Wrestler of the Year from the Poppies, Kamikaze. Thank you for joining us, sir. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys for your time. God bless you. Thank you for the support. It means the world to be a part of the first episode here. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Very much appreciated. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to BackBreaker Media, and comment. Do all the YouTube stuff because you know Kamikaze deserves it. And until next time, stay
Woo!